In this lesson, we will solve part number 4 of question number 1. And question we have, find by definition the derivatives with respect to x of the following function defined as, and our function is f of x equal to 1 divided by x cube. Right? So we have to do derivation with respect to x, but by definition. This is the important thing. And here we are going to use 4 steps. So I say y is equal to 1 divided by x cube. This is my equation number 1. And from here I am going to start step number 1 because this question has 4 parts as well. First of all, what is the first step? First step is you have to take the increment. Taking increment both sides, right? Taking increment on both sides of the equation. So here we have y, we will add delta. Delta means change y here, and here we have x, so we will add delta x. This is the increment. If you have a y here, you have to add delta y. If you have x here, you have to add delta x, but this is x cube, so it will be x plus delta x whole cube. Right, in the next step, we will take y from the left hand side of the equation to the right hand side of the equation, and the sign of y will change. It is positive now, but when we will take to the other side of the equation, which is right hand side, it will be negative 1. Sorry, negative y. So here I said in equation number 1, y is equal to 1 divided by x cube. So here I am going to put this value of y. So it is delta y equal to x plus delta x cube negative 1 over x cube. What I did here, you have to write down between these two lines. As I do not have a room, so I'm going to write down here, but you have to write down between these two. Put the value of y from 1 into 2. And you have to put the value of y from equation number 1 into equation number 2. So this is our first step. In the second step, we will solve this part. So moving on to the second part of this question. Second step. Here I am going to write down one more time where we left in the last screen. So it is 1 divided by x plus delta x whole cube negative 1 divided by x cube. So these are fractions. So fraction, you know now very well that you have to solve by taking the LCM. LCM of this is x cube into x plus delta x whole cube. So here we have x plus delta x whole cube. Same thing here, they will cancel each other. In the numerator we have only x cube. Now is the negative sign. If you have a negative sign, always you should be very careful. So negative, and here these two will cancel. In the numerator we have x plus delta x whole cube. Right? Okay, now we are going to expand this formula. So it is, this one is our formula. This is not part of the question. I am just writing down here in order to explain you. This is a plus b whole cube, which is equal to the cube of first whatever you have instead of a, you have to make a cube. Same thing for b, a cube plus b cube plus 3a square b, and then plus 3ab square. So same, if you will multiply, suppose a plus b into a plus b multiplied by a plus b, you will get this answer. So a plus b whole cube is equal to this. You have to do the same operation here. Here instead of a we have x, so it will be x cube. Instead of b we have delta x, so it will be delta x cube plus 3x square delta x plus 3x delta x square. If you will see, this is the same formula. In the denominator we have x cube into x plus delta x whole cube. So see here we have negative sign. Here it will change all the terms. So this will be negative now. Whatever sign you have inside the parenthesis, it will change because we have a negative sign. It will be now negative delta x cube negative 3x square delta x negative 3x delta x square. whole divided by x cube into x plus delta x whole cube. So see, this is positive x cube, negative x cube, they will cancel each other. What is remaining? I will write down here. Delta y is equal to minus delta x cube minus 3x square delta x minus 3x into delta x square, and then divided by x cube into x plus delta x whole cube. Okay, now we can take delta x, because we have delta x here, delta x here, delta x here. We can take that delta x as common, but we have a negative sign as well, so we can take delta x here common. So here we have delta x square left, because one delta x we have taken as a common, but this is the negative sign, we have taken the negative sign common as well, so all the signs will change. It will be 3x square, no more delta x is here, and here we have left only one delta x divided by x cube into x plus delta x whole cube, right? Okay, now is our third step, step number 3. In step number 3 we have to divide both sides. I can write down here, divide both sides by delta x. So here we have delta y over delta x, which is equal to minus delta x over delta x. In denominator we have x cube into x plus delta x whole cube. Here we have delta x square left, 3x square plus 3x delta x. Right, so this delta x will cancel each other. Now whatever is left I am going to write down here. Here we have delta y over delta x, which is equal to negative delta x square plus 3x square plus 3x delta x, x cube into x plus delta x whole cube. Now is the final step number 4. What we have to do here, we are going to apply limit delta x tends to 0 on both sides. So see here, delta y over delta x, limit delta x tends to 0, which is equal to limit delta x tends to 0 negative delta x square plus 3x square plus 3x into delta x divided by x cube into x plus delta x whole cube. So see, we have these three terms in the numerator, we have these two in the denominator. So that is why we have to write down limit here. If we will write down here, it means it is going to apply only this part. If we will write down here, it means it is going to apply on this part. But if you will write down here, it means it is for numerator and denominator as well. So when we will apply delta x tends to 0 on delta y over delta x, it will convert to dy by dx. And here see negative, here we have delta x. So delta x is 0, or okay, I will write down a square. It will, and there is no delta x, so it will remains the same constant, 3x square plus 3x into 0, because delta x is here. Wherever delta x, we have to put 0, x plus 0 whole cube. So here is negative dy by dx, dy by dx is equal to negative, this is 0, and here we have 3x square, again it is 0. In the denominator we have x cube and then multiply by, there is no sign, it means they are multiplying each other, x plus 0 is equal to x, so it means I can write down like this is me, it means multiplication, x cube x cube. Okay, I can write down here, or maybe I will move. So here dy by dx is equal to negative 3x square divided by x6, because in denominator there is x cube into x cube and they are multiplying each other. If they multiply, you have to add the power. so it will be 3, and here is x power 6, because in the denominator we have a greater power compared to the numerator. So take this to the denominator because bases are same. It will be 3x raised to power 4. So this is the derivation of our function by using definition. Dy by dx is equal to negative 3 divided by x4. So here, if you are going to multiply, the power will add. This is the rule. But if we divide two terms and the bases are same, so you have to subtract or this add the powers, right? If we will take it here, it will be minus 6, but this is greater than 2, so you have to take it here. So 3 over x raised to power 4. If you have any question, you can ask me. Subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.